Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing. You can't quite catch a glimpse, but you recognize this feeling. The same alien presence you felt on the Nautiloid. Your awareness unfolds, expanding through every wall in the tower, every mind. A vast living network extending down into the dark, where something wakes.
What is that?
It's a trap!
Tendrils snap like iron cords around your wrist. That presence in your mind looms large, closer now. You stop resisting, your arm bending with the movement of the flesh. And suddenly an opening appears. With a soft sucking sound, your hand pulls free. The flesh within the wall retreats.
Careful. In future, you can't just stick your hand in every strange hole you come across.
The warhound is formidable. Spectral eyes meet, and then it hesitates, gleaming muzzle sampling your scent as if in recognition. The hound relaxes, clearly accustomed to this show of deference within its master's chamber. It turns away and utterly ignores you, as it would any lowly foot soldier.
Yes, soldier. Not your scent. Selunite magic on your skin. But he brought me... Yes, soldier. You'd be the first of the General's soldiers brave enough to try. All right, that's enough.
And for a moment, you do hear it. The brain tendril you encountered, shifting through the tower walls.
Being? Telling? Tell Mig. Absolute is god meat? Mig join up for food. If God is made of meat, it all makes sense now. Praise Absolute. Praise.
You'd find better lodgings out in the war camp. I know we're all one under the Absolute, but you do not want to bunk with an ogre.
And this was funny when it was just goblins branding arses, but you lot mean business, eh?
Ah, a new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul? Of course. Just before some godless lunatic purged the place of every innocent soul. A pity neither of us saw what happened. Nothing worth repeating. Corpses don't much go in for commerce. Here, though, look around. All manner of beasties united against the enemies of the Absolute. Quite a god to bring them all together, and quite a fool who draw their ire. Hmm? More concerned that your business might be bad for my business. So don't go kicking the hive while there's still some honey to be had.
The disciple has returned upstairs, but perhaps she'll still see me.
They say the general cannot die. Perhaps that will be the Absolute's gift.
I'm bound for the war camp.
Well,
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
didn't think to quiz her about her business.
Florenta the Garotta. A Cambion I knew back in Avernus. She was the closest thing I had to a friend. That said, she would have choked the life out of me if I ever turned my back on her. The fact that she knows where I am, or where I might be going, doesn't exactly delight me. Nothing would surprise me. Maybe she wants to live up to her name and wrap a cord round my neck. Or maybe she just wants to say hello. I wouldn't have given her the time of day, but even I needed a laugh once in a while. What can I say? The bitch had good jokes.
Enough chatter. Your friend gave me 3 soul coins, said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for you, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? Those could come in handy.
Sure. But she did have a condition. For every coin you take, you've got to hear the story of the soul trapped inside.
There you have it. Flo came all this way just to try to make me feel like shit. Clever use of her time. Memorized a bunch of sad stories on her behalf, did you?
Didn't need to. Your Flo did some devil woo-woo and stuck 'em in my head. Couldn't forget now if I wanted to. Do you want the coins or not? First coin's got the soul of a woman named Mavery. She was born to a cruel mother, and a violent father, and 3 evil brothers, all named Baldur. She never knew a day of love in all her life. When she was a girl of 15, she sold her soul to Tiamat in exchange for someone who would love her unconditionally. She got what she asked for. A fellow named Clint, destined to be her soulmate. Struck by a cart and died a few moments after clapping eyes on our Mavery. Poor guy. The scud of her soul is yours now.
Thanks, I guess.
Sure you will. This one has got the soul of a man named Frakes. Lived in a village near Neverwinter. Hit hard by the worst hunger in 1,000 years. Frakes called out for help. Prayed for his children to have meat to eat. Zariel answered. Made old Frakes grow flesh upon flesh after flesh. His wee ones had all the meat they could stomach.
He should have known. Better to die 1,000 deaths than let Zariel into your life.
Whatever you need to tell yourself. Last one's got the soul of a little boy named Ungir. 8 years old. He liked playing in the sun with his friends. That's all I know.
That's all?
That's all. Oh, and this slip of scratch.
Well, thanks, Flo. Hearing a bunch of desperate horror has ruined my day, which I suppose was the point.
You got 3 soul coins out of the bargain, didn't you? I'd quit whinging if I were you. I did my part. That means our business is done. Unless you've got actual gold to hand.
A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you? Soft and sweet as pudding, isn't he? He no longer remembers his life in the wild. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better. Praise her works, committed by the hands of her faithful. Observe. Barnabas, sweetie, come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do? The prayer, I think. Barnabas struggles with civilized speech, but he's been practicing.
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
Soul.
No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
Like a rope drawn taut beneath the blade, the connection simply snaps.
No? Barnabas? Darling? No!
Another parasite. Collected.
All trace of restraint is gone. Barnabas has tasted blood, and wants more. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. As if following a well-worn, a shadow swim.
You spark. Whatever your business, a warning. None may speak to the prisoners. Disciple Balthazar was most clear. Anyone who refutes the Absolute is an enemy of mine, true soul. You would do well to remember that. He sounds important, and I'm afraid the mere dregs are the only ones left in my care. Then you'll get your own cell. Is that so? If you are above the General's chief advisor, you must be most impressive. I didn't know he had such refined taste. I'm not sure why someone of your stature must converse with prisoners. Perhaps a small donation would convince me. I'm afraid none. No matter how generous may speak to the prisoners, the Absolute thanks you for this generous donation, true soul. You can go now. Seen what coming? Move along, true soul. Have a The floor is yours, but stay your tongue. Do not speak to those behind bars. He sounds important, and I'm afraid the mere dregs are the only ones left in...
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell. Your conviction. Best not try.
Let me guess. The Absolute is the only way. Don't bother. Why don't you and Zevlor take a long walk off a short cliff?
Your conversation has been cut short. These prisoners are for Disciple Balthazar's attention only. Your association with...
You want to help? The gnome's couple cell. I can't read bloody... Gods, the gnome...
You ordered that guard about as if you were the Absolute.
Huh. And why would you be so inclined?
Those Spitfires?
Well, they certainly gave the guards a run for their money. And they'd be a help in the escape.
I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wilburn. We've got a plan. For us and the Tieflings both. But we're scuppered without the right equipment. We need tools. That head case of a warden robbed ours, but anything that breaks rock will do. Even if it's not Iron Hand quality. Whatever you find, throw it through the bars. But for the love of Gerdor, make sure a guard doesn't see you. Or we're both done for. Your feet fly fast, my friend. Any luck with those tools? Good work. We'll grab the... You, however, are the clincher. Once we'll move...
Take cover! That's close at hand.
Carla. She can finally seek out the
One day I'll catch a break. Here goes nothing.
What's that?
Quiet! The rope is knotted tight. Boat's good to go. My plan for now is to hide out on the water. Unless you have a bet. Safe?
Drift through the dark until time, skill, or luck brings you to Last Light's dock.
Hold there! You can't just land and start unloading strangers. They're procedures, damn it! No one gets in without being tested. Commander Jaheira's orders. The commander cleared you, not your friends. Anyone could be infected, so we're checking all new faces. No exceptions. Here, form a line. Let's see if the Absolute's little pet recognizes any of you.
The Absolute's what? What are you doing?
If what you've said is true, no one has anything to fear. If not, well, we'll soon find out. Now, form a line. I'll not ask again. That's it. This won't take long.
outside, to the wood and stone, where it's quiet, safe.
This is a waste of time. I certainly don't have one.
You were the one who took down Marcus, yeah? Nasty work.
Can we hurry this up? I need a drink. Now.
I played cards with Marcus. I thought we were friends.
These flaming fists don't take themselves half seriously, do they?
This is
And you're
ridiculous.
clear. Welcome to
As if
Last
I'd let
Light.
some parasite infect me.
You're all right. My gods, you're all right.
Come here, darling.
Credit where it's due. Bex, this is the one who helped me and the others escape.
This isn't the first time you've helped us. Saved our lives, really. Why? You make it sound so easy. But I know the lengths you've gone to on our behalf. We'll never forget it. Never, ever. Here. Take these for the road. It's the least I can do.